I'm here at the Gulch and we are about to eat at the Mockingbird. This is a restaurant that takes American cuisine and adds an elevated global touch. The food is fantastic. Let's go inside.
If you're looking for a place that has an incredible menu, but also has amazing names for their food, you need to head to the Mockingbird. The Mockingbird is a modern diner serving up global fare and delicious fun. Brian, the executive chef, created the Mockingbird's menu to mimic its surroundings, offering comfort food favorites influenced by the many global elements that make up the American culture and cuisine.
This is Brian, one of the owners of the Mockingbird. Brian, where did the name the Mockingbird come from?
We sat around for a long time and thought about a bunch of different names. And it's like naming a kid. It's not a lot harder than you think. It's a big one. So mockingbirds mimic their surroundings through music, and we mimic our surroundings through food. It's also the state bird of Texas, where Mikey is from, Florida, where I grew up, and Tennessee, where we are today. So kind of full circle. I feel like the states could have been a little more creative picking out their favorite bird, but aside from that, we got a great name for a great restaurant.
So your restaurant is known for global fare. Could you describe taking American experiences and the melting pot of America and making them into dishes?
For sure. And this dish is a prime example of that. This is your Southern fried chicken. The way we differentiate and add our global spin is with our salsa verde mashed potatoes.
Sounds amazing.
It's gonna taste even better. And then there's a chorizo gravy on top. Typically, with fried chicken, you get like a white country gravy or whatnot, especially here in the South. We've added chorizo in there to kind of give it a little bit of smokiness and then add some Latin American touches to this otherwise pretty Southern dish.
Let's dive in. Wow. It's a mix of Latin American inspiration, but with a Southern twist. It's like I'm experiencing Mexico and Southern United States. It's an interesting combination. It's so well balanced with spice, with the fried crispiness. That's a dish that you should come here for. This is the cutest grilled cheese that I have seen in Nashville. On the cheese, it's actually a brie on a French baguette. Let's dive in. The brie blends so well with the bread. This little garnish on top has this little crunch to it. It has like parsley and some onion and garlic. It's delicious as well. All right, so this is their beautiful looking pork belly. Has an egg on top over easy, jalapenos, a watermelon relish, and then the beautiful pork belly. This is kind of like a Filipino dish, a sisig. Let's break the egg. All right, I was not expecting that egg flip. Smells so freaking good. That's definitely in the top 5 pork belly dishes that I've had in Nashville. It's chewy, it's sweet. There's a little bit of spice on it. The egg balances it out really well, and then the relish balances out the spice really, really well. That pork belly is awesome. If you've been watching our account for a long time or for a little bit, you know that I love Brussels sprouts. These Brussels sprouts look crispy and they're drizzled in honey. Let's give it a try. It's very well balanced with the sweetness and the crispiness of the Brussels sprout. The honey is drizzled throughout the Brussels sprouts. It blends really well with the salt combination as well. The Brussels sprouts are perfectly cooked. This is another great side dish that you can get for your entree, or you can get it as an entree if you wanted to. This is their beautiful wedge salad. Look at the freaking chunk of bacon. It reminds me of a pork belly, but it's not. It's a piece of bacon. This is Benton's bacon, which is a local Tennessee product. And then you have the wedge of the iceberg with a beautiful ranch dressing on top and some tomatoes. Well, I may just sit here with this bacon for a little bit. That is a good piece of bacon. I don't know what's appropriate for a wedge salad. Do you cut it? You just pick up the entire wedge and eat it? I really enjoy the flavors of the saltiness of the bacon, the acidity of the tomatoes, and the dressing on top of the iceberg lettuce. It's really herbaceous. All right, so this is their mac and cheese. 3 different types of cheese, very thick noodle. That's really good. This 3-cheese blend is delicious. There's some sweet cheese, there's some bitter cheese. It blends so well with the noodle combination. This is their short rib dish. Let's just dive into it. That meat should melt. Let's blend it up. Has some rice and some Brussels sprouts inside. It's bold, it's rich, it is full of flavor. It packs all the punches of salt, sweetness, beef. This is one of their seasonal items. This is the pork schnitzel with apples, bacon. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's this roller coaster of experiences. You have the crust of the schnitzel, and then you have the sweetness of this apple, and then you taste the pork, and then the apple comes back. I feel like I just did twists and turns and upside down roller coaster ride. And then whatever this sauce is, wow. It's like this German Southern fusion. Well done, Mikey and Brian, well done. This is an appropriate burger. Over easy egg with the beef patty, the bacon, the American cheese, and it looks like it's a comeback sauce on the bottom. Let's try it. It's so soggy. I love the flavor of the beef, the saltiness of the bacon, the over easy egg just dripping through the beef. The buns are a little bit soggy, but overall, that is an appropriate burger. This is bowls deep. It's chocolate, caramel, and so many other things. This is a dessert that you can bathe in. You shouldn't, but you could. But it's caramel, it's chocolate, it's pecan crust. It's like this saltiness, sweetness fight in my mouth over what's happening. That's a great dessert, but there's even more. This is the Shake It Up, and no, it's not a Taylor Swift song. Listen to Milkshake in Nashville, Tennessee. Let's get it. It's a dulce de leche cream. It's sweet, it's delicious. Let's try the rim. Get some of that ice cream in there too. It's good. That's a piece of cake. That's literally the name of this cake. That's a piece of cake. This is a seasonal butter cake. It has cheesecake inside, apples on top. Let's just dip in all this goodness. Cheers. Now that's a piece of cake. It's buttery. The sweetness of the apples with a little bit of crunch of the apples blends perfectly with the different pie crust on the top. All of their desserts are amazing, but the most amazing thing that you can get is a punching bag. You can get this spiked or not, and this comes from the streets of Mexico. Let's punch some bags. It's a punch in a bag. It's really good. It'd be better spiked. We didn't get spiked because I'm driving right after this. It reminds me of when I was in elementary school with the old bags of milk that if you went too hard, you punch through both sides, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there in the cafeteria chugging your chocolate milk in a bag. That's what it reminds me of, the good old days of elementary school, where I didn't have to pay for bills and go to the dentist as often. I can't believe the food that I just ate at the Mockingbird. This is located in the Gulch. They truly take that American dish and add that global flair. The flavors are bold and strong and not too overwhelming. And the food is very fresh, and a lot of it is locally grown and sourced. If you're looking for a great place to take a group, the Mockingbird is a wonderful experience. I'm Stuart Deming. Thank you for exploring with us. If you want to learn more about Nashville food, check out this playlist.